Welcome to Riding with Smash. This is a special edition. We were actually riding home from Aberdeen, where I bowled pretty crappy. So yeah, if we've got 45 people on our roster, I was the 48th best probably today. That's how bad I bowled. I don't think any of us bowled as good as we wanted to, but I bowled a whole lot worse. So that just sucked. But yeah, so my boy Smash Jr. here rode up with me. Obviously, I got to take him back with me. I don't think his mama would like that too much if he wasn't. So, Chicago Avenue. Alright, so Matthew's been compiling some questions that I do not know what they are. And so we're going to go through them and just, we got a ride. Let's see, he's saying we'll get home at 8:46. It's currently 6:30. So this will be help us just kill some time and maybe have a little fun at the same time. So, all right, Smash Jr., hit me with the questions.
How do you think you did
Today?
Yeah.
Terrible. I was so bad that I'm not even going to try to bowl. I mean, I'm already committed to unholy. But that's not a team thing. So I'm probably done with team stuff, savage stuff for, I'll say I'll be back in January. Probably be, I gotta figure out stuff in my game, man. That just, you know, the over under didn't help. The spare shooting was crazy. And already, you know, my half a thumb doesn't. It's like some spares the ball would move, some it wouldn't. So I don't know. I gotta figure that shit out. I might need to figure that out. So I bowled terrible. Like there's an expression about take 2 weeks off and quit. I take 2 months off and quit because, or 2 hours off and quit, whichever you feel is worse. Because today was bad. All right, what's the next question?
All right. What do you think you did wrong?
I don't think I got enough balls in practice to get settled on where I needed to start so I could figure out where I wanted to move. I kept getting some garbage carry strikes that would false sense of security. And then when I started throwing solid pocket shots, I had a 4.9, which I think I had a 4.9 twice today, and I don't ever 4.9. It just, I don't know. I wasn't as mentally in the game as I would like to have been. Knee felt fine. Took a pain pill in the middle of it, but that was more precautionary than necessary. So, you know, I just bowled garbage, man. I just didn't know what I was doing. I was lost, and Nick tried to help, but he doesn't completely understand my game either. And it doesn't help that I don't completely understand my game some days. But he tried, so I'm not gonna, you know, it's not his fault I bowled like garbage, like straight trash, but I did. So that's what it is.
Alright. Did it seem like you did good at the end? Like you started doing trash, but then starting at 7, you started doing good.
You talking about the last game?
No.
Are you talking about most games?
No, like all the games, like each frame, like all the way to 1 through 6, you did terrible. Then 7 through 10, you did great.
I wouldn't say I did great. I did okay. I just, it's playing off everybody else's ball. All 6 of us were right-handed. And everybody was playing different lines because of the over-under. I kept hitting like a weird slick spot that it wasn't giving me a normal over-under reaction. It was more like it was a puddle of oil that just slid the ball, and it didn't matter how I hit it. It's hard to explain. It felt bad, and but then it I guess when it got to where I just was frustrated that game wasn't going to be as good. I don't know if that's why I just kind of threw the ball better. I didn't even throw the ball better. I guess I threw the ball worse, and you carry better there hitting garbage shots than you do good shots. So that's all on me.
Alright. What game do you think you did better in?
By the scores.
Not by the scores, just like what game did you feel good in?
I felt good the first game, actually. Like, I felt that I shot 175, I think, the first game. And I felt like I got strikes early that game that weren't that good, and then I switched to IQ Emerald and was hitting great shots. I just couldn't carry it, and I just wasn't making spares. I mean, it just was awful. But game on, I felt the best game.
What ball was your best?
I don't know. It seemed like each ball I got like a couple good frames out of. I was just so frustrated, distracted, just aggravated with myself. I couldn't get up, get motivated. So it was tough. It really was.
Alright. Final question for bowling is what do you need to work on?
Everything. Like I think I'm gonna when I go on vacation like a week and a half, I think I'm gonna like throw half my shit away and just get new, or sand everything down to 500 grit and start over, or polish everything up to 5,000 and start over. I don't know. I'm not understanding my equipment. I'm not understanding adjustments. I don't know. I got my spare game is awful too. I gotta work on that, because that was just crap. So you said no more bowling question. What's the rest of the question? Football. All right. Well, let me have it. Go for it.
All right. Who is your favorite player on the Pittsburgh Steelers?
My favorite player that currently plays?
Yes.
My favorite player currently would have to be Ben. Just being the quarterback, having the Bell and the Brown situations and stuff.
No, we're gonna save that question for later.
Oh, we're gonna say the question. We're like, well, Ben is, because Ben is. I mean, he's loyal to the team, loyal to the organization, and I think he gives it his all every time he's out on the field.
That's offense. What do you think about? Well, who's your favorite player on defense?
My favorite player on defense? I'd have to go with TJ Watt. He reminds me a lot of like JJ, but he's not trying to be his brother. You know, so many times siblings try to be like their older brother or sister or whatever, and you know, so it just he's his own person. He's great. I think he's going to be hopefully he'll be a Steeler for years to come and continue to play very well.
Right. I know it's like the very first beginning of football, but what is your prediction on who is going to the Super Bowl?
Who is going to the Super Bowl?
Like the Steelers versus who?
Well, the way the Steelers played against the Patriots, I'm not convinced the Steelers are going to even make the playoffs. They got to play better. I didn't expect them to beat New England in New England, but I expected them to score a touchdown. I mean, God, they only got 3 points. I mean, that was awful. Man, I think that the Chiefs are going to be tough. How this whole Antonio Brown rape, sexual assault thing plays out, you know, could keep the Patriots out of it. But it's either going to be the Patriots or the Chiefs in the AFC, and in the NFC.
The Ravens.
No, the Ravens won't get there. No, Ravens will not get there in the AFC. So it'd either be Chiefs and Patriots in the AFC, or in the NFC would probably be God, I can't remember who played that good. Like Seattle was garbage.
Do you think the Browns might have a chance
To do what?
make it to the playoffs?
They're like Pittsburgh, man. They played like garbage their first game. Like, I don't know if they just were overhyped and thought that they were going to be
Better with Odell Beckham on the team.
yeah, they added better people, but you know, I think they just kind of came in with a swagger that they were going to be better than everybody else, and they got knocked back on their ass pretty quick.
Okay, so do you think the Steelers are thinking about Antonio Brown and why?
Do they think they miss him?
Like, yeah.
No, I think his whole thing is going to be addition by subtraction. You hate to lose a guy that's like that on the field, but if he's as much of a diva and a jackass that he's been when he was for the Raiders, you know, if it was really that bad in Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh just covered it up better, you know, yeah, they might miss the productivity, but they're not going to miss Antonio Brown the man. That's for sure.
Oh, no, they're going to miss his dance moves now, right?
No, what about his damn dance moves?
What do you think that Juju will take the Steelers to the playoffs?
It's not going to be about Juju. I would expect Juju's going to have he's not going to be as productive as Antonio. His numbers are going to probably stay about the same as they've been as the second wide receiver on the team. It's hard to have it's happened, but there's not too many times where a wide receiver carries a team to the playoffs. Most of the time, it's up to the quarterback. If the quarterback's garbage, the odds of getting carried to the Super Bowl are
Running back?
Well, a running back, it's kind of is what it is, but you know, if you get to where you're two relying on a running back and he gets hurt, it's I don't know. I think we'll still make the playoffs this year, but I wouldn't say that Juju's going to carry anybody there. He's the one Ben's got to throw him the ball, so it starts there.
If Juju does not get double teamed.
Well, the thing is, if Juju gets double teamed, then Connor has to play better. I think he had like 38 yards or something against the Patriots, and that's trash. That's just not good. So that whole process has to be better. No way around
it. What do you think is better, the defense or the offense?
Well, I thought going into the year it was going to be the defense. And that was more because the new linebacker from Michigan. I can't think of his name right now for the life of me. Yeah, wow. That's what I'm saying.
What number is he?
I can't even think. But linebacker from Michigan, he kind of got exploited in week 1, and you hate to see that happen to a rookie. Devin Bush. You hate to see that happen in week 1 because it's going to, really hurt his confidence. And I don't know what the inside of the stadium looks like, or not stadium, the raceway looks like now. Past Rockingham Raceway, the Rock. But what was the question?
What do you think is better?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's after week 1. It's hard to tell. I thought it would be defense. Bush got exploited because every time they was 3rd and 3 and they needed 4 yards, all he did was they get the ball to the running back out of the backfield, and Bush would follow him, but he'd get lost in traffic and plays in motion and all kind of stuff. So it was, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully special team.
Do you think Juju will ever leave Steelers?
Well, there was a time where I never thought Antonio Brown was going to leave. I remember when Antonio Brown was the number 2 receiver, and no, Mike Wallace was the number 1 receiver, and Mike Wallace got offered a contract. He didn't think it was enough. They offered that same contract to Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown took it. Mike Wallace left, went to I think that's when he went to Miami. And so then that was kind of the confirmation that AB was what AB is. And so I don't know. So it's comes time for Juju. I mean, he's still on his rookie deal. How much he's actually worth versus how much he thinks he's worth, how much Steelers will pay him, all that, I don't know. He seems like a genuine good kid. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to figure it out in the long run and go from there.
How long do you think Ben has until he retires?
Ben, I don't know. He's not going to play till he's 45 like Tom Brady or nothing crazy like that. I think if the Steelers were to win a Super Bowl in the next year or 2, I think he would retire, go out on top. I don't know, 2 years maybe? I mean, it's going to just depend on if he has fun this year, how the organization's doing, and how he's performing on the field.
What do you think about Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell?
So I'll do Antonio Brown first. I really like Antonio Brown, the player. I think his energy, he's like the Rock. He's electrifying.
Yeah.
quick, and fast, and got great hands. So like I said before, Antonio Brown, the player, was great. Now, if all that behind the scenes stuff, if all that is true on how his whole plan from the start was to figure out a way to get out of Oakland so he could go to New England, and just because he's just after a Super Bowl and doesn't care about nothing else, we'll see. We'll figure out how that plays out, and then if this sexual assault, rape charges, or the civil suit and all that, how that plays out, I think will be a big factor. It's easy to say, well, the things happened years ago. Why is the girl just now talking about it? I understand that perspective. I think that if the stuff happened the way she said it did, it's just one of those things that a woman has to decide, or a man has to decide, even if a man was a victim, when the right time for them to come forward is. I don't think that's something you can force somebody to do. So, gotta let all that play out, but I just hope Antonio Brown becomes a better person for all of it in the long run. As far as Le'Veon goes, like, I get you want more money and all that stuff, but to sit out a year, and just like I just have no respect for that person. I mean, I get when you sign a contract and you feel like you're undervalued, want more money. I understand all that, but you just sit out a year, like, dude, you just like screwed yourself so bad in the long run. Like, I don't know if he knows what he was thinking. So I mean, he was a great player on the field. Don't get me wrong. When he came out of Michigan State, I was excited because, I mean, dude could run. I remember in that bowl game, he hopped over a dude, and was very impressed. But these guys, when they get all about me, man, it's hard for me to get excited for them, and it is what it is.
Okay, do you think Ryan Shazier will ever come back?
I don't see Ryan ever being able to play football again. I think the fact that he's able to walk now it just shows how advanced technology is nowadays, how advanced the whole medical field is nowadays. I don't think he reminds me of like some wrestlers and stuff that you see them, they're walking around, you're like, wow, I think of like Edge, for instance, that he lands wrong one time on his neck, or his spine or anything, there's a chance he couldn't walk again. It could paralyze him, it could kill him even. So it would be nice, but I just don't think that he would ever make it back on the field. But I think that he's a great story. I think he's a great person. And I think that I would love to see it. If it ever happens, it would be great. I just don't know. But I think he's a pretty good guy.
That's all the question, but what year do you think the Steelers did good in?
What year did they go back and look at any time they won the Super Bowl? What kind of question is that? I mean, they had like Ben's first year. I remember when he got drafted. They moved up, if I'm not mistaken, to draft him, and I was like, How do you? I didn't even know how to say Roethlisberger. Like I was just roll. I didn't know what to. I didn't know how to say his name. You know, because he didn't play at a major school. He played at Miami of Ohio. So didn't really know much about him. And then Tommy Maddox breaks his arm game 2 of that season, of Ben's rookie season. Ben comes in, they go 14-0 the rest of the way. So they finished the season 15-1. And then they got bounced. I think they lost the first round of the playoffs. That's a long time ago. But yeah, I think that they ended up losing that year, and then they won 2 Super Bowls after all that. So you take any of those years. I mean, we'll see if they have any more of those in the future. So I know you mentioned it before. Wanting to know where the nickname Tum Tum came from.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so one of my favorite movies as a kid was Three Ninjas, and it's a corny movie, but it's fun. I can still sit around and watch it. And so the boys, their ninja names that their grandfather gave them were Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum. And Tum Tum had candy and food stashed all over the place because the boy liked to eat. So the reason I call you Tum Tum is because you're always trying to stash the food someplace and you like to eat.
Yeah.
So it was a rather fitting name for you. So what else you got? Let's stick around. Nothing else?
No.
Alright, let me ask you some questions then. Turn this thing to a little bit. There we go. Put Matthew on, Smash Junior on the screen here. Alright, so what did you think about, that was your first UBA experience today. What did you think of that whole, everybody having jerseys and all that kind of stuff? What did you think about all that?
I think that was pretty cool. I looked everywhere and I just saw different colors everywhere. And I think your jerseys were the best. So I do not like it how people were yelling this way and everything. I think that's what messed you up, is that they were yelling.
Well, the noise part doesn't bother me. Some of the crap that they say is retarded. Like this whole Cinco Sacco thing for getting 5. That's worse than we all we need from that Menace will say. They'll do this whole we all we got, and the rest. One of them will say we all we got, and the rest of them go we all we need, and they'll say it again we all we got, and we all we need, and ooh, and then they go ooh, that's bad. The Cinco Sacco thing was just, I don't know. I think it just was dumb. But teams got their own stuff. There were a couple of teams that did it, so it's kind of not original. I don't know who started it. Really don't give a care in the world who started it. But it was pretty that part didn't bother me. That pizza was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that pizza was amazing.
Yeah, a little pizza. We had them little 7-inch pepperoni pizzas there. So those were pretty good. If I'm ever forced to bowl there again,
Just go there for the pizza.
yeah, I'll go watch pizza. It's funny. I even had said during practice, with all the crazy carry that was pins flying all over the place, I had even said something about hell, I might drive over here to bowl league because it was everything carried, but it just in the long run I'm garbage. So. What else did you see up there that you liked or didn't like?
Liked it, but Rural Chick's better because like they have like a bigger arcade and they have like house balls down there, but they had the house balls right behind the counter.
Well, they might have moved them out of the way for everybody's bags and stuff for maybe I don't know. I know I probably would have scored better with a house ball. I see somebody had a pitch black on our pair. And if I'd have known that we were going to throw urethane, hell, I would have shot a lot better with mine because I could have stayed right in 15, kind of. But I was worried about messing up other people, so it is what it is. Anything else you think of it? Fair enough.
Next question.
Oh, you want another question? You want some more questions?
Yeah.
Okay, I can give you some more questions. So, who do you think the best bowler on our team was? You had me. So on one side you had me, then Danny, then Daphne. Then the other side you had Nick, Holton, and then Mac.
I gotta pick a person from each side.
If you want to, I mean that's fine.
Well, on your side, it had to be Daphne.
I would agree with that.
And on the other side, it had to be the owner.
No, Daphne's the owner.
Wait, but on the back of the dude's shirt, it said owner.
Did he have on the one today that said banging the owner?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a long story. Daphne's the owner. So she's married to the owner.
So Nick and Daphne are married?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think Nick and Daphne were the two best bowlers.
Okay, fair enough. And I was definitely the worst today, for sure.
No, the wagiest was had to be that old guy, what's his name?
Mac?
Yes, he always, you go to read his phone, and then when it's his turn, he just goes
yeah.
I told him to look his phone.
Well, Mac gets frustrated like we all do. But it is what it is. What else?
I'm trying to make a question.
Trying to think of some questions for you. Try to flip it back on you a little bit. Man, I don't know. The drive home is better than the drive up here, I think. It's not as hot outside.
I just had to give you 16 questions. You can come up 16.
Let me come up with 16 more? Alright. I got you. How old are you?
15.
Alright. You male or female?
No, not those kind of questions.
Come on, bro.
I
tell you what, next time that you ride with me somewhere, I'll come up with questions ahead of time. And I'll ask you and won't tell you what they are ahead of time. How about that? That way I'm not sitting here and just trying to think up stuff now.
Okay.
That'll work for you?
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, so that's it for this special edition of Ride In with Smash. For today I'm Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago. But yeah, so appreciate everything that that everybody does out there. Make sure y'all are good to each other, and just treat people good. And I'll see y'all next time.